do that right there, right there. Switch your hips when you walk and let down your hair, down your hair. I like the way you do that right there, right there. Lick your lips when you're talking, that make me stir, make me stir. I like the
Oh, hello, here is Uwe Boll. And first a little about movie Thor, Ruggerneck, or whatever the fuck the name is. I mean, think about it. Now we're actually happy if one of the superhero movies has Thor losing the hammer. And then everybody, hey, the revolution. It's so against the stream. It's an outsider movie, like really against. It was almost made independent for $3 million and then was too good to reject. I mean, of course, all completely bullshit. What I'm saying, it's so funny how the studios can play the masses, right? Adding here a little humor, coming up with the Guardians of the Galaxy and whatever, and of course, I'm entertained too. They're not bad movies, but the reality is that it's all the big brainwashing apparatus, and it all fits to the Paradise Papers who came out last week. In the Paradise Papers is, okay, everybody has the money offshore who is rich. All the big corporations pay no taxes because they have everything offshore. So, and then everybody flips out about it and everybody reports about it and they show it. The free press is at work. We are in a real democracy. But the real democracy would be if you actually take the money then away from everybody and use it to support the poor or fighting climate change. But that will never happen. So we can pick between the free West, where the media is pointing out one scandal after the other, like Trump, etc., but nothing will ever change and take $1 away from the rich who are above the law. Or you have a country like, look at this week, Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia, I mean, they supported the ISIS, they did September 11, Bin Laden is from Saudi Arabia. But of course, we could never attack Saudi Arabia because they have just too much money on the Dow Jones and in the industry, and they have just too much money, too much oil to be on a bad relationship with us. That is, they still can chop the heads off children, kill the gays, kill women, stone people, and be exactly like the ISIS, but with more money and Hermes bags. And that makes the big difference. So people think yeah, we should be friends with them no matter what they do. And then the revolution in Saudi Arabia happened. A 32 years old guy took over the power, basically. And he said, I have only one wife and not like 20 like all the other guys. And I'm actually not against women driving cars. And everybody thought, that is it. Saudi Arabia, they're getting free. And last week then he arrested every single businessman in the country, like in the best tradition of, who was it? Not Putin, not Saddam, not Gaddafi. They didn't went so far. No, who arrested everybody shortly before. I don't know anymore. But somebody arrested all the rich people overnight at one point. But who cares? Saudi Arabia, basically, so there was Prince Ali Walid, whatever, over $100 billion, heavy, invested in everywhere, big playboy and whatsoever. But he is gone. And I heard they're all basically in the better jail as normal. So the Ritz-Carlton, they used the Ritz-Carlton hotel and put everybody in. Even two brothers of the Saudi prince are arrested. And he said because of embezzlement, they took all that money out of the pot. What we stole, we just have slaves and since thousands of years, and we basically keep all the money in the family. And everybody else can fuck themselves. So, but it doesn't matter because that was not the end of the story. Then the absurd thing happened. So they got a state visit, first from Trump, who sold them weapons, of course, and then Germany came, Gabriel, the foreign minister from Germany, and sold them weapons, of course. So, and then the Lebanese president came and disappeared. So he posted then a video that he steps back from everything and goodbye. And right now, before the video, he popped back up and said he will return to Lebanon. I think because the Saudis were not aware how that placed in the press internationally. You know, I mean, if Trump visits now China, what he's doing, and would disappear, I don't think it would be bad, actually. I don't think it would have any negative consequences. I actually could think that the press and everybody, the Republicans and Democrats, would say, oh, I didn't saw it. You know, if he posts a video, like holds a piece of paper, like before the ISIS chops your head off, and then you read like, the ISIS is real, it's all good, they are the best. It's very believable with a knife at your neck to say whatever they want. And if Trump would hold something up, maybe by accident, he didn't visit Korea, South Korea, he visited North Korea and is now a hostage of Kim Il-jung, who he just tweeted about that he's short and fat, after Kim Il-jung tweeted about him that he's old. And that you cannot say that to Donald Trump. I mean, his hair and everything, the hair transplants, he worked a long time on everything. So, end result, a total disaster basically. So Trump flips completely out on Twitter again. But if he would actually disappear, I think that would be actually the best thing that could ever happen to the world. So please, Chinese president, I don't even know the name, Jinping, whatever. So who gives a fuck? If you can, by accident, like throw him down the Chinese wall to show how high it is and that no Mexicans ever climbed the Chinese wall. So to just like give him a little push, that could help.
When I touch her, cause she moan a little bit. Chain sagging, so I can see her thong a little bit. I know you grown a little bit. 20 years old, you legal. Don't trip off my people, just hop in the Regal.